Hi, in this lesson you're going to learn how to add and subtract radicals. Now, with radical addition or subtraction, what's important to know is that we need the radicand and the index to be the same. Radicand is the value inside. Here's an example. 3 root 2 plus 7 root 2 minus root 2. The index is 2 in every case, and the radicand is 2. I could say this is 3 plus 7 minus 1 root 2's, or 9 root 2's. These are called like radicals. Okay? It's the same idea as saying 3x plus 7x minus x, or 9x. X represents an unknown of a specific value, root 2 represents a certain specific numerical value. Okay, now the tricky thing is that you usually need to simplify the radicand first, like in this example. So when I look at the root 48 and the root 3, I need to think of 48 as factors where 1 is a perfect square. When I have 16 inside the radical, I'll have 4 outside the radical. Nothing to be done with the 4 root 3, but the first term simplifies to 28 root 3. And now we see that we have like radicals. Same index of 2, same radicand of 3. So this results in 32 root 3, not 32 root 6. The radicand doesn't change. They're the same as each other, so I gather up how many I have. Here's an example with cube roots. Now in this case I need to think of perfect cubes. So think of 16 as 8 times 2 rather than 4 times 4. Nothing to be done with this next root radical 3, but notice that I have a multiplication. So I'm actually going to write 3 times 18, or 54. I'm going to take 54 and I'm going to think of the perfect cube, 27. Okay. Now, in this case, I've got a radical 8 with a cube index, and so this is going to be 8 times 2, cube root 2. This is going to be 10 times 3, cube root of 27, cube root 2. Notice how I now have the same index and radicand. I've got 16 of them over here, and I've got 30 of them over here being subtracted. 16 minus 30, negative 14, cube root 2. Alright, sometimes you will get variables in here as well. Let's try that one. Maybe you want to try this yourself by pausing the video and then having a look at my result. Compare it to yours after you're done. Alright, I have the solution laid out here. I rewrote the cubed values of x as x squared x, so we could see the squares and the square roots that cancel. So I have 3 x root x's, 5 x root x's, and 4 x root x's combined together to make 2 x root x. Now, we're assuming in these problems that the values of the variables are greater than or equal to 0, as opposed to real numbers, which we talked about earlier. So I don't have to worry about restrictions or absolute values on them. This is the basics of adding and subtracting radicals. It's really as simple as that. Good luck working on the problems.